had a happy childhood in Cameroon, a country in West Africa. I moved to the US when I was a kid, and I grew up there. I woke up one day and realized how little I know about most countries in Africa. Embarrassed, I decided to change that. My mother once told me about an experience she'd had standing on a sand dune somewhere on the southwest of the continent. She looked west and saw the Atlantic Ocean, looked eastward and saw the vast Namib Desert. I made up my mind, and now I knew where I would start. I'm Eposi. My whole name means choose your own path, and as a lover of exploring different countries, I pick seeing as much of the world as I can. This is JANU, or Come Here with Eposi. The city of Windhoek in Namibia is a beautiful sight to see. Well developed, there are gardens, modern malls, well-organized grocery stores, and shops for anything you might be looking for. People here live in beautiful suburbs, on vast farms, or in townships. I'm in the Kuliangava location at the Katatura township. This is one of the realities of living in Namibia. The name Katatura translates to the place people do not want to live, because in the 1950s, during the apartheid era, the native people were forcefully moved to the township. Today, there's more variety in the living conditions, from luxurious to very poor. The food, traditional garb, and the architecture here hint at the city's history with German settlers in the late 19th and early 20th century. This dark history with the Second Reich is remembered not only in the modern culture, but also in the National Museum of Windhoek. I was sad to learn that in 1904, this country was the site of the first genocide of the 20th century. All that crazy that happened with the Third Reich during the Holocaust? As it happens, that playbook was written here. First order of business after all that sightseeing and heavy information was to get some food. I'd picked a stay at a camping site outside the city for my first few nights here, and I would need to stock up on supplies. Not sure what I had been expecting before I got to the camp, but I was in utter shock when I saw exactly what I was dealing with. I'm at Windhoek Game Camp. This place is just absolutely gorgeous, and I got a chance to meet a gentleman by the name of Lef.
My name is Lef.
Lef?
Yes.
Okay, and you're from Namibia?
I'm from Namibia, yes.
Have you lived here your entire life?
Yes, I born here in Namibia and grew up also in Namibia.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. It's so interesting to me because I was reading a little bit about Namibia, and I stumbled upon your people, the Herero people. You mentioned earlier that you were Herero yourself, and I was just curious, about the conflict between the Herero and the German settlers here in Namibia in the early 1900s. Can you tell me a little bit about that? And if you don't mind, can you also share, what it's like now and how you would say maybe things have improved?
Because the first time there is also the school here in Windhoek.
Okay.
It was a Windhoek High School.
Okay.
Those school, it was only for the white people.
Okay.
No black people.
Okay.
But now the white people, the black people is also in that school.
Wow.
But now we are together.
That's good.
Yeah, we are very together.
That's
I'm
good.
telling you.
It's a beautiful thing to hear because so many different countries, and I mean, I haven't been to every country in Southern Africa. I'm from West Africa, but when we read about or we
watch on the news about conflict, racial conflict or tensions. It's so nice to see a happy ending, if you will. It's so nice to see that after all of that conflict, people are now together.
So this is a conflict. Now, from now we are together. We are staying in the same location, same school, no conflicts anymore. We are not together. Yes,
and living together in such a beautiful city. I mean, it's very good to hear. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today. It's been a complete honor being able to speak with you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for...
After talking with Lef and that whole 25 hours of travel I had just done, I was ready for a good nap. But as luck would have it, there was still one beautiful surprise yet to discover. Since I'd received very strict training from the camp owner about how to behave around the giraffe when I first got there, I decided I'd go out and give him a good pat on the nose. I mean, what the heck, right? I didn't know if I'd ever have this chance again. After that exciting encounter, all hope of sleep went completely out the door. So I threw on my bathing suit and decided to go for a swim and then check out the grounds. Wrap up! So, a few things I've learned about Windhoek, Namibia. For starters, it's a well-developed modern city. Secondly, it does have a troubling past with the Second Reich, but people here seem to be optimistic, actively trying to work through the past, together. Honestly, the people here, black and white, are the friendliest I've ever met. True story. Lastly, if you get a chance to stay at Windhoek Game Camp, meet Cuppy the giraffe. You will not regret it.
Super dope.